Afternoon, baseball fans. It is a beautiful day here at Black Hills Energy Stadium, and a hot one at that. I am Wynn Andrews, your voice of the Sasquatch, here on the call this Sunday afternoon as your Spearfish Sasquatch face off against Gem City Bison, our friends from Laramie, Wyoming, as we try to take the rubber game in this series and try to get this series win. After the Sasquatch took a 9-6 win in Game 1 on Friday afternoon, the Bison fought right back just last night, taking a 7-5 victory for Gem City on 7 runs with 8 hits for the Bison, including a 2-run 6th inning that eventually took the lead for the Bison, and they did not give it back after that. So as we were saying just last night before the game started, the Bison have had chips on their shoulders, returning after being swept against the Sasquatch last week to start off our homestand, and we saw the result of how they have come back with a vengeance, with much better pitching on the mound for the Bison. That has been a major struggle for them so far this season, but last night they were pretty good, including a standout performance from the relief pitcher Mitchell Winter, who went 4 1/3 innings and only giving up 1 hit against the Enfuego Sasquatch offense. So the Squatch were able to give them the 1 game last night, and now they look to take Game 3 tonight to make it a 5-1 record in this matchup this season. So it is a game full of revenge today as your Spearfish Bats look to get the offense going once more today, and every game counts as we are trying to end with the best second half record in our division to make the playoffs come August. So as we are getting ready here on this very hot Sunday afternoon, we are getting a good crowd tonight. It is baseball card day here at the park. We have hundreds and hundreds of cards lined up on the table as you come into the gate, and you will be given plenty of baseball cards with your ticket for admission. So we hope that you are able to make it out today. If so, we wish you a very, very happy 4th of July weekend, as it is Independence Day Eve here on July 3rd. As the umps are meeting now with the Bison and Spearfish head coaches, we are going to go ahead and get ahead of the game, as the first pitch is in 5 minutes from now. We're going to go ahead and introduce your starting lineups for today's game, as the Gem City Bison have Derek Wood, number 15, the center fielder, leading off for them today. And following him is number 9, the shortstop, Quinn McCafferty, batting second. And hitting third is number 7, right fielder, Tyler Godfrey. Hitting cleanup, number 10 and catching gig in today, Luke Bannister. Batting fifth, number 26, the first baseman, Nico Pezzanella. Batting sixth, number 21, the third baseman, Keegan Schultz. Batting seventh, number 17, the designated hitter, Jack Jones. Batting eighth, number 1, the left fielder, Tyler Bradley. And hitting ninth to round out the order for Gem City is number 6, the second baseman, Justice Panton. So looking at that lineup, absolutely nothing different than the lineup that they sent in for Game 2 yesterday. They found something that works. They're going to try to stick with it in Game 3. And pitching today for the Bison is Clayton Lancer, as he takes the mound in his first start for the Bison this season. So the same exact lineup for the Bison today, not so much for your hometown Spearfish Sasquatch, as we are getting ready in just a few moments from the national anthem. We're going to go ahead and introduce the good guys. So leading off tonight for Spearfish is number 25, the right fielder, Nicky Winterstein. Batting second, number 24, the second baseman, Ryan Bachman. Batting third, number 27, the shortstop, Johnny McHenry. So the top 3 constants, we've seen them there a couple of times. Now we're going to go down to where it gets a little more unpredictable. Batting fourth, number 34, the first baseman, Damon Gaither. Batting fifth, number 2, the center fielder, Carson Green. Hitting sixth after a day off of rest yesterday, number 12, the third baseman, Gabe Springer. Batting seventh, number 8, the designated hitter, Cam Hoyland. Batting eighth, number 29, in catching, Keenan O'Brien, after he had the start yesterday at first base. And finishing out the order tonight for Spearfish is number 11, the left fielder, Gage Crott. And in a few minutes, you will see our starting pitcher today taking the mound in just a few moments, number 5, Hunter Pauley. So it is going to be a fun game. We have a lot to talk about for both of these offenses. A lot of fun stats, because last night was a game to remember. It was very fun. We're looking for a lot of those memories again today. It is going to be a fun one, as we are getting the starting lineups called from our PA man here in the booth with us. We are so glad that you are here with us and having a great weekend so far, and we are honored that you have chosen to spend part of your 4th of July weekend here on the live stream or at the park, watching the Squatch battle it out against the Gym City Bison. So as the Squatch have their all-white uniforms on today, it's very good for them as it is blazing outside right now. We are going to take a quick break and let the national anthem play out as these starting laps are called. But in just a few moments, it is 4:03. Just a few moments, we will get first pitch underway as the Squatch look to take Game 3 and win yet another series. So it's a fun day for baseball. We'll be right back with you in just a few moments. Squatch baseball in just a few.
Fans, we ask that you please stand and remove your caps as our national anthem will be sung this afternoon by Rihanna.
And as we heard with our on-field host, Bailey Hubbard, as always, with a young fan down on the field, he says play ball, and that we are about to do. Here at Black Hills Energy Stadium, it is Sunday Fun Day, as we are getting ready for Game 3 against the Bison, looking to take a series win. And after winning our last 3 series of this season, we're looking to win number 4 in a row. Hopefully the Bison will be nice enough to let us do that. As Hunter Pauly is on the mound getting ready for a few warm-up pitches, he will be throwing to Derek Wood, who has led off for the Bison in all 3 games this year, or this homestand at least. But even during last week's series with the Bison, he was consistently their leadoff guy. So even after the 7-5 loss last night, you can't take anything away from the Squatch bats, who have found their rhythm, as well as the pitching. The Bison got the better half of us last night, but hopefully that does not last for too long. These Squatch bats are having a great start to the second half of the season. Both teams are 2-2 as they are playing much, much better ball. So it'll be a fun night in this matchup, as Gem City has improved a bunch as well. So as we do usually on our Sunday afternoon games, we will have a 4:05 first pitch. It is now 4:09, so a couple of minutes late. But nevertheless, either way, we will be starting in just a few minutes, much earlier than our usual 6:35 night games. But it is a beautiful day, mostly sunny, not many clouds in the sky whatsoever. It looks like we are going to avoid the rain, and I hope I am right this time around. Who knows with the summer weather here, but so far so good. As Hunter Pauly is stepping up on an 84-degree afternoon here in Spearfish, South Dakota. So if you are sitting at home around the Spearfish area, as always, I encourage you to feel free to come out for a game. It is going to be a fun one today. We have plenty of seats available, even though we still have a great crowd tonight. And as they are sticking around, we had fireworks night just last night, and it was a great time. A huge crowd, only second in attendance to opening day. I believe 745 was the number last night. As that was Hunter Pauly's second pitch. He is in a 1-1 count with Derek Wood. Threw that one to the outside. It is a 2-1 count. We are officially underway this afternoon. I'm Win Andrews, your voice of the Squatch, and so happy for you to be joining us. As Hunter is going to hit that one. That one's chopped to Bachman. Should be a routine, easy ground out. 4 out, number 1. Throws to Gaither to take care of Derek Wood. And that was Ryan Bachman over at second base who gloved that one. As Quinn McCafferty steps in. We just mentioned it a few minutes ago. When the Bison have found a lineup that works, why change it? They finally found success after losing the first 4 games against the Sasquatch this year. As McCafferty pops that one up right into the infield, that is going to drop. McHenry does not have time to make the throw to first. And talk about a bloop. That one reached all quadrants of the infield, right behind the mound. No one could reach it in time. So that is going to be a 1-out single for Quinn McCafferty. Very unconventional in the sense, but he still beat it out either way. Probably saw that it was going to drop and made the hustle to reach first base. As this is going to bring up Tyler Godfrey, the third baseman, a right fielder today. So they did change up positions on me, as he played third base for the first 2 games and manning right field tonight. In fact, we have 2 Tylers for Gem City in the outfield. Tyler Godfrey in right and Tyler Bradley in left. As Pauly's ahead 0-1, and that one's going to be grounded to Bachman. He's going to try to turn 2. He throws to McHenry for 1 and to Gaither for 2. So the 4-6-3 double play takes care of the Bison early here in the top of the first inning. A beauty of a play as we head to the bottom of the first, looking to get an early lead and keep it in Game 3. Don't go anywhere. You are watching Squatch Baseball.
When you venture to Spearfish in the Black Hills of South Dakota, you'll find rugged hiking and biking trails, extreme rock climbs, and views that will take your breath away. Plan a Spearfish vacation and come find your adventure. Spearfish, my great place in South Dakota.
Number 25, Nikki Winterstein.
So a Sunday matinee between the Bison and the Sasquatch in this rubber game. Squatch are hopefully trying to get on the upper end of this battle and winning game 3 for their 4th straight series win, as they are getting their first look at the pitcher tonight, Clayton Lancer, on the mound for the Bison. After a pretty easy top of the first for Hunter Pauly, after a nice double play took care of the Bison early. So Squatch looking to add on and take the first lead of the game. They scored in all 3 innings to start yesterday's matchup, and they failed to score between the 4th until the 9th. So all those middle innings were a bit of a struggle for the Squatch, thanks and courtesy to Mitchell Winter. We saw him on first base a couple of nights ago, and then he came on the mound yesterday for 4 1/3 of very effective relief, to say the least, for Gem City, only giving up a hit. Hopefully we fare a bit better against the Bison pitching, who have struggled mightily this season, as that is a called first pitch strike for Lancer against Nikki Winterstein, who is leading off for the 2nd night in a row. We don't have many stats on Clayton, actually. We know that this is his first start of the year and his first appearance, as Winterstein's going to ground that one up to Panton, and that one's going to get past him. As we will see how that one is scored. It looked like Panton was trying to make it, but it got past his glove. And it was hard hit. It was well hit from Nikki. Up the middle past Justice. And it looks like we are going to qualify that as a hit. As we said, it was hit hard. So a way to start it, just as we did yesterday. Nikki led off with a single, and Ryan followed with a double that eventually scored Nikki. So deja vu maybe? We hope, as Bachman has had a great year at the plate and continues that hot success. But we know through his first appearance of the season against the Casper Horseheads, Clayton Lancer went 2 innings of 1-run ball in that appearance out of the bullpen. As he throws back to first, he gave up 3 hits and he struck out 2 of the Casper hitters. So not bad. But we hope that the Squatch fare very well against Lancer today, as he is taking the mound in game 3 to face the ever-dangerous Spearfish lineup. And Winterstein's going to try to steal the throw from Bannister behind the plate, way offline. And that is going to be a successful steal for Nikki Winterstein, as he stands on second with nobody out, as he is quickly in scoring position. We are trying to give the Bison a bit of their own medicine. Folks, last night in game 2, part of the reason that the Gem City offense had so much success in scoring is because they seemingly had runners in scoring position with no outs every inning. They had 12 steals. So that'll do it. and all 12 of them were successful base steals. They had a good lead almost every time. So maybe the Squatch will be very aggressive today on the base paths as they usually are. Not before Ryan Bachman takes a walk. So makes a little jog over to first base. Runners on first and second now early for Johnny McHenry. In game one, McHenry went 4 for 4 with 2 runs driven in. Had a bit of a slower game yesterday. Did not get a hit. Let's hope to change that narrative early. So we talk so much about the 1, 2, 3 guys for the Sasquatch. Winterstein batting .355, Johnny batting .328, and Ryan Bachman just below at .327. All guys hitting very well. No easy feat whatsoever for opposing pitchers. And you keep going down this lineup as there's going to be a quick mound visit as McHenry is quickly ahead 2-0 on the beautiful Sunday afternoon here at the ballpark. But just looking through the rest of the lineup, you know, you have to go through the 1, 2, 3, but then you look through the heart of the order as well as the bottom third. There is not a weak link. You then has to go through Damon Gaither, Carson Green batting 5th today, and Gabe Springer batting 6th, and he has been unreal since starting last homestand. All these guys have been hitting the ball hard. And there we go, 4 called strike 1. Fastball down the hatch for strike 1. As Damon Gaither stands in the on-deck circle. A 2-1 count from Lancer. Swing and a miss. Looks like he pulled a string on that one. For a 2-2 count. So the second 6-game homestand for the Squatch in about 2 weeks as that one's grounded up the middle. And Pan's going to feed to second. The throw to first takes care of McHenry and Ryan for a double play. Quick 2 outs there on the grounder up the middle. And Winterstein's going to reach third, but now 2 outs here in the bottom of the first for Damon Gaither. We'll see if he can find a gap, put it into play. But we have had amazing turnouts so far. Last night was another record number. We loved having everyone out. And we are now getting ready for, after today's game, running into the Canyon County Spuds for 3. And that series starts tomorrow, extending into Wednesday. The 1-0 from Gaither pulls it foul down the left field line. So the Squatch 13-19 overall. Even though the 2-2 record's what we need to be paying attention to in order to determine playoff seeding. Squatch trying to win out. Every game counts here in the second half as our records do reset. And this will be the 5th game of the second half. Crazy that things have flown by as they have. It has been a fun summer here in Spearfish, being able to get to know these guys and seeing how much fun they're having together, even through the rough stretch at the beginning of the year. They have pulled it all together, and they are having fun. 2 balls, 1 strike to Damon in the dirt, and drops right next to the foot of Luke Bannister. So now Damon ahead 3-1. Squatch looking to get back into the winning column today. The pitch. Inside for ball 4. Gaither takes his base, and that's going to bring up Carson Green. So a great job from Nicky Winterstein, the interim head coach, who is also on third base as he is leading off today, of coordinating this lineup. Making sure that the Bison pitchers have no breaks in between. It is full steam ahead having to get through this Sasquatch lineup. It is no easy feat. And we'll see what Carson can do. Outside for ball one. So we are starting to feel the true July weather here in Spearfish. As it is, the sun is beaming down on the field. It has been hot. 1 ball, 1 strike, and Green is going to softly ground that one. That one's going to get past the first baseman. He's going to try to rush it out, and he is going to be there in time as Panton elected to try to throw to second to get Damon Gaither out, as he was a little off the base path, but he reaches back safely. That's going to score Winterstein, and the Squatch have a 1-0 lead early, just like last night. So now Green's able to hustle out and reach first base for Gabe Springer, as Lancer has already had to see 6 Sasquatch hitters in the bottom of the first. Spearfish has done an incredible job of attacking seemingly every pitcher that we've played early on in games. In game 1 against the Big Sticks earlier last week, Gabe hit a grand slam to make it a 1-run game. The Squatch ended up losing that game, but it was the beginning of a very hot streak for Gabe at the plate and a huge momentum shift for the rest of the Sasquatch bats. As we got a fan blowing here in the booth, thank goodness. And I like to complain from being here in the shade. I feel bad for the people outside, but that is dedication. The sun is beating down on everybody, but they don't seem to mind. They're here to watch some Sasquatch baseball. A 2-1, 2 outs, runners on first and second. Springer's going to send that one out towards right field. That one's going to drop. That's going to get Damon home as he heads for home plate. He's able to reach. Springer's going to try for second. The throw from Bannister, and he is going to be in time as that one is going to go over the head of the shortstop, and that is going to score another run. Carson Green comes home. And now it is a 3-0 lead, as that is going to be, at the end of the day, a triple for Gabe, as he reaches third base after the errant throw from behind the plate. Luke Bannister. As there's going to be a quick mound visit now with a 3-0 lead, 3 hits for the Sasquatch early on. And now that's starting to look more like the Gym City rotation we saw last series. Last night was a bit of an outlier. They pitched very well, but a struggle early on today. And this is starting to become more of what we've seen as the Squatch bats are laying it on them early. Cam Hoyland's about to step in as he tries to get Gabe Springer back home with 2 outs. And once again, hats off to the Sasquatch offense, who have found a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. With 2 outs, they have been incredible, driving runners home. And Gabe Springer did just that. The benefits of having a hitter like him batting 6th. And Hoyland is going to get down off the edge of the bat. He is going to try to make it. The throw is going to be not in time, as it was a bit high, forcing the first baseman off of the bag. So Hoyland reaches, and that brings home Gabe Springer. Any way you can get a run, you will take it. A 4-run lead for the Squatch now early in the bottom of the first. Bases are cleared, but not before all 4 runs cross. And Keenan O'Brien has the responsibility of keeping this inning going. As Bannister fires back to first, not in time, as Hoyland's able to slide back in safely. That was very unlike Luke Bannister behind the plate to throw over the shortstop's head a few moments ago for that error that scored a couple, especially in last night's game. He was gunning everywhere. He has a very strong arm, but that one was a bit too high. So an error now for the Bison early as O'Brien lifts that one high out towards right center. And Wood drifting over for out number 3. So finally the 3rd out for Clayton Lancer, but he has to have a very laborious first inning first. Going through 7 of the Sasquatch hitters and giving up 4 runs early. It is a 4-run advantage as the Squatch head to the top of the 2nd, and Hunter Polly looking to protect it on this Sunday afternoon.
We're all going somewhere, going higher, faster, farther, going in new directions, to new places. At Monument Health, we keep going so you can keep going. We're dedicated to advanced orthopedic care with the latest innovations, technology, expertise, and treatment. So keep exploring, keep making memories, keep going with Monument Health as your partner. Learn more at monument.health/orthopedics.
Luke Bannister here in the top of the 2nd, leading off for the Bison after the Sasquatch tallied 4 runs to take a quick lead early. And Hunter Polly looking to keep it a 4-run ball game would be nice, as that one is going to be a weak grounder over to McHenry. Gathers, throws over to first for out number 1, as Hunter is showing command of his pitches so far. Polly from Walla Walla, Washington, plays at Walla Walla Community College. He is 0-1 with an 8.43 ERA through his first 4 starts on the mound this year. And in his last start against the Big Sticks, he went 3 innings, giving up 5 runs on 6 walks. That was obviously the big problem there. And the question for Hunter was never about how nasty his pitches were. He has plenty of movement on any pitch he throws. Can be very elusive, very tricky to catch up to. But with 6 walks last start, control and command are the keys to his start today. So far he has shown that. We hope he continues. That one is a bit upstairs for a quick 3-0 count to Nico Pezzanella, the first baseman. So you want to give them something to swing at. But he doesn't there. It is a 4-pitch walk to Nico. With 1 out, as that brings up Keegan Schultz, playing third today.
For the Bison, number 21, Keegan Schultz.
4 runs on 4 hits for the Squatch. Can't ask for much better than that, especially in only 1 inning. 1 hit, but no runs, and an error for the Bison. We hope it stays that way. And that one up high, ball 1. And a lot of the command issues for Hunter last start, a couple of them were hit by pitches, as he hit a few of the big stick hitters. That added up a lot of trouble on the base paths. He loves throwing inside, wants to attack the hitters directly, but not that far inside. He knows that. So the 1-1. And O'Brien fires back to first base. As Pezzanella, excuse me, heads back. He is sitting on first after the 1-out walk just a few moments ago. 2 balls, 1 strike for Pauly. The pitch to Schultz, fouled back. For strike 2, Jack Jones, the designated hitter, in the on-deck circle. We saw Jones yesterday come in for Justin Ross, who was our beer batter yesterday. And whenever we have a beer batter, whenever that batter strikes out, everyone here at the home stadium gets $1 off their beer. And unfortunately, I guess the Bison coaching staff decided that they did not want the Sasquatch fans to have any good luck yesterday. They took Ross out early on in yesterday's game and let Jones pinch hit for him for the rest. The payoff pitch, swing and a miss. As there we go, blew that velocity right past Schultz for out number 2. And already there is an improvement on the mound for Pauly, as he worked a lot of full counts last start, and they usually did not go in his favor. But right there showed that control, able to retire Schultz. And that one takes the outer edge of the plate for strike 1. Hunter says that he's been working all season on trying to get ahead of counts. Does not want to fall behind. Typical thing for a pitcher to say. But he is trying to make that come around full circle. He went 5 innings against the Hastings Sodbusters earlier this year. Had a great game, but had to come out. Could not go further than the 5th because he had already worked up that pitch count after having to face a majority of batters with a 3-2 count at least. Not to account for the Sodbusters fouling off a lot of those pitches to make the count continue. The 2-1. And he's going to have to fight back here now against Jones, as he is behind 3-1 with 2 outs and a runner on first base. The pitch. There we go. As the ump got a bit confused there. Thought that he had rung up Jack Jones, but it was only strike 2. Now that's a mistake that I usually make, ump. As it is now a full count, 2 outs. We'll see if Pauly can fire something like that again. And there we are. So Hunter goes back with that same filthy fastball, takes care of Jack Jones, swing and a miss. And there we go. Could show the future for strike 3. Struck him out, and now we head to the bottom of the 2nd as the Squatch are on top 4-0 on a beautiful Sunday afternoon trying to take game 3. And joining you here in the bottom of the second inning, I'm Win Andrews, your voice of the Squatch, on a great day for baseball here in Spearfish, South Dakota. Your Spearfish Sasquatch have a 4-0 lead over the Gem City Bison early on. After 3 runs crossed in the bottom of the first with 2 outs. An excellent example of situational hitting. And Gage Crott, who is batting 9th today. He is in an even count, all at 1 against Clayton Lancer, who had a rough first inning. And that fastball is way inside, ball 2. So Winterstein's on deck. Clayton Lancer had to face all the first 8 batters for the Sasquatch in the first inning, as Crott sends that one out of play foul off the top of the concession stand. A hot and muggy day here at the ballpark, but we will take it if it means not having any rain. The 2-2. Just on the outside edge for ball 3, a full count. Lancer on the mound gritting his teeth at that one. He wanted it. As we look to have another great crowd today. Gage fouls it off once more. In game 3 of this series for both teams. As we mentioned earlier, so far, the Squatch are 4-1 against the Bison. That one's going to be grounded over to the third baseman. Gets past Schultz, and Crott is easily able to take it. Even if Schultz had caught it cleanly, would have been a tough throw over to the diamond. Trying to take care of Crott. So that is going to be a leadoff single for him here in the second inning, and Nicky Winterstein as the lineup card rolls over. And the Squatch looking to make it a 5-1 matchup record so far this summer against the Bison. And Bannister seems to have lost control of the throwback to Lancer on the mound. Looked to get hit Nicky. So he smiles about that one. So as I mentioned yesterday, after starting the season way below the Mendoza line, the Squatch have fired all the way back, as that is going to be an easy stolen base for Gage Crott. Make that another stolen base in the column. As Nicky is ahead 2-0. And he is going to send that one deep. Well hit, and there is no doubt about it. Nicky Winterstein absolutely blasts one to right field, and he left no question about it. As he rounds the bases, a 6-0 ball game for the man from Toledo. That's our head coach / leadoff hitter. We'll take both, a leader, and you can see why. Seemed to be a fastball up in the zone. Nicky was all over it. And we see it all the time during batting practice. I remember seeing him the first few days that he came to Spearfish this season. And just seeing him square up during batting practice, I knew that he had some power. And that was on a full display right then. So Lancer has to start over after the 2-run blast from Mr. Winterstein and Ryan Bachman stepping in. Now a 6-0 ball game, as the Squatch have already passed their run total from last night in the second inning. As Ryan Bachman steps in, he is quickly behind 0-2. The pitch. A little outside for ball one. So Nicky's absolute moonshot emphasizes the point I was trying to make earlier. After the Squatch started off very cold at the plate, they have hit 249 since as a team. And that is a far cry from where we began. As Ryan Bachman is going to be out on strikes for out number one, and Johnny McHenry stepping back in. But it has been a great time being able to see these guys just come together. After the 5-16 start on the year, it has been a corner that has been turned for sure. The 0-1 to Johnny, way up for ball one. Squatch won game one 9-6. Bison took game two last night 7-5. But so far in game three, it is looking more and more of what we've seen in this matchup so far this year. Spearfish said, okay, we'll give you last night's game, but now we're right back to business today. 6 runs on 5 hits for Spearfish. The 2-1 to McHenry. Down low for ball 3. And the 6-run lead courtesy of 4 runs in the first and now 2 in the second. And only 1 out. Clayton's 3-1. There's a called strike. A full count now. As we are 7-3 in our last 10 ball games, looking to go 8-2 after today. And Johnny got a piece of it, fouled it back. It would be a great way to start this homestand with a series win against our friends from Laramie, not Wisconsin, that would be a ways away, Laramie, Wyoming. As they made the trip to Spearfish. They're just a little over 4.5 hours away. And they've had to make that trip twice in the last 2 weeks. Gotta love the relentless summer ball schedule. The payoff pitch. Way in the dirt. As McHenry is going to try to take 2. If that one gets way past Bannister, he's going to try the throw. And McHenry is going to be out. So Bannister lets that one get past him. Johnny tries for 2. It looks like he had a great jump. But then again, there's more of the accurate throw that we've seen from Luke Bannister behind the plate so far this series. He is a very strong catcher's arm. So he takes care of Johnny there for out number 2. And Damon Gaither stepping in. And the pitch for strike 1. And that one is going to be lined over the head of McCafferty at short, and Damon Gaither jogs to first base with a 2-out single. As the inning continues, Clayton Lancer can't escape that easily, with Carson Green stepping in and Gabe Springer following in those footsteps right behind him. So 2 outs as Gaither's going to try to steal. We'll see if Bannister throws. He is not going to try to contest, as Damon had a great jump and he stands over there safe at second base. And I have no doubt in my mind that Nicky Winterstein told the team, hey, after the Bison had 12 stolen bases last night, let's try to run it back and do a little bit of the same in game 3. And that is what they have done so far. Doesn't feel so good on the other side, does it, Gym City? As a 2-0 count now to Carson. Two balls, no strikes to Carson Green on the Sunday afternoon. And that's going to be a ball as well, so a quick 3-0 count. As Lancer's about to work on his 55th pitch, but he throws back to Gaither as he is going to be safe. He was checking on Damon a few steps off the second base bag, and somehow he made it back just in time. I thought for a second he was going to be tagged out. And the 3-0. Strike one. Carson is 1 for 1 already today. At this rate, every Sasquatch hitter is going to hit at least once every inning. And a wild ball 4. Head high next to Carson Green as he takes his base. And now Gabe Springer coming in with another opportunity to drive some runs in. As he did just that a few moments ago, actually in this exact same situation. Scored Gaither and Green. After a single that eventually let him take all the way to third base. And he lifts that one high, gets just under it. Wood calls everybody off and gloves it for out number 3. But not before the Squatch add on a few more hits and 2 more runs in the bottom of the second. A 6-0 lead now for Spearfish as we look to hold on to that with Hunter Pollock coming back out. It is a beautiful day for baseball. We are so glad you are here with us, and we hope that you're able to join us tomorrow on the 4th of July and as well as the 5th and the 6th. I am Win Andrews, your voice of the Squatch. You are watching Squatch Baseball on the Spearfish YouTube channel.
In health, we keep going so you can keep going. With advanced orthopedic care, technology, innovations, and treatment. So keep exploring, keep making memories, keep going with Monument Health as your partner.
Baseball card night here at Black Hills Energy Stadium in Game 3 between the Bison and the Squatch, and Spearfish is looking to take it for the series win, which would be their 4th consecutive series win. Would be huge, as the Squatch have officially gotten hot. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That is going to be a high chopper. Bachman tries to make the feed in time, and Gaither is able to glove it for out number 1. As a rushed play there, Bachman had to charge it and got it out of the glove just in time. And it helps having the 6'6" Damon Gaither over at first base. A true first baseman frame. As that one was above his head, the throw was high and he was able to take it down. And here is our beer batter for the day, Justice Panton, batting ninth. Takes that one as it curves inside for strike one. As Hunter is now working with a 6-0 lead, it would be a really big spot for him to be able to work late into this game today. And O'Brien just casually throws it way past Pauly on the mound. We had Keenan yesterday on first base, and now he is catching today for the Squatch. We love talking about the versatility of our catchers. As Drew Biggerstaff was our designated hitter yesterday, can play first and catch as well. He's taking a break today. And then you also add in Andrew Johnson and Davis Carr. Both primarily catchers, can play other positions, and they have been a huge help. The 1-2 now from Pauly. Swing and a miss. Everyone go to the concession stand. $1 off your beer this afternoon. As the O'Brien and Pauly battery having a good start to their day for a quick 2 outs. And the 31st pitch now for Pauly in the dirt for ball 1. And Derek Wood stepping back in. One ball, no strike now, way inside. Wood has to turn inward to avoid that one potentially clipping him. Quinn McCafferty on deck. The 2-0 outside. So I'm sure Pauly is trying to work. He's had a few issues with retiring the guys after getting the first 2 outs of the inning. And you don't want to give any free passes to the Bison hitters. Make them work for it. We'll see if he can do that with Derek Wood, the pitch. Not that time, as that one is a bit upstairs, and O'Brien throws back as Wood takes his walk. A 2-out one. And Quinn McCafferty stepping in. So we don't want McCafferty to cause us any more trouble. We want him to be the last out here in the third. Quinn is from Bighorn, Wyoming. Plays at Western Nebraska Community College. And playing shortstop tonight. And the feedback to first base. O'Brien tries as Wood has a pretty big lead off of first. We don't want any repeats of last night. No more 12 stolen bases in one game for the Bison. The 1-0. And that one's going to be high for ball 2. Quinn is 1 for 1. He's batting .267 on the season. The pitch. As it is now a 3-0 count, so we're starting to see it potentially again with Pauly. After getting a quick first 2 outs, he is starting to struggle to find the zone. And you don't want to issue your second straight walk. He knows that. The pitch. And there we go. Fired for strike 1. We mentioned earlier that Pauly has plenty of movement on his pitches. And when command and control are right there together, it is perfect. Beautiful one there. Swing and a miss for strike 2. count runs full, 2 outs, and a runner on first in the form of Derek Wood. The payoff pitch on the way. Fouled off. Wood thought about stealing second. He was halfway there. Has to run back after McCafferty fouls it off. So we've seen the struggles of the Bison pitching staff today. It has been an evident one, a very glaring part of their season so far. As we will continue this fight, the Bison are now pitching to a collective 8.73 ERA, and that was after it was brought down a few points after last night's game. And already 6 runs for the Squatch, and we're only in the top of the 3rd inning. Wood's going to try to steal again, but a called strike 3 takes care of him. Does not matter. He can steal the base all he wants. Nothing will come of it. As Pauly fires back after getting behind early 3-0, is able to find that control and takes care of Quinn McCafferty for out number 3. So a great showing from Hunter on the mound so far. We hope to have more of that today. In the rubber game between the Bison and the Squatch, you are watching this one on the Sasquatch YouTube channel as we head to the bottom of the 3rd, up by 6.
Knee replacement? With the area's only ROSA robot, Monument Health offers a more personalized and precise procedure, customized for your anatomy. Get going with Monument Health, your partner for advanced orthopedic care.
Your Spearfish offense is up early. 6-0 on top of the Gym City Bison here in Game 3 after 4 runs in the first, 2 runs in the second, and hoping to continue to add on to the offensive onslaught so far. Cam Hoyland leading off the 3rd. Cam's got his parents in attendance for a couple of games. Why don't we give them a show? As we love having his bat in the lineup. That one is going to be a high pop-up to left field as one of the Bradleys takes care of it. Or excuse me, one of the Tylers. That is Tyler Bradley, though. So Tyler Bradley in left field and Tyler Godfrey over in right. And Keenan O'Brien now with 1 out against the new pitcher on the mound, which signifies the end of the line for Clayton Lancer. He went 2 innings, giving up 6 runs, but 2 errors, which helped bring a few of the Squatch batters home. So he did not have much support from his infield. A tough start for him today, which was his first of the year. And we knew his day was over as he walked over to the bullpen a few minutes ago. Did not seem very happy. We knew that was probably going to be the end of the line for him. And now we have Conrad Kish for Gem City stepping in. He is from Maple Grove, Minnesota. He seems to be a hard-throwing righty. And gets O'Brien to swing around on that one. A 2-2 count with one out. Conrad pitches at, I hope I get this correctly. If not, someone feel free to correct me. Bemidji State. Or Bemidji State? Bemidji State. I'm going to go with that one. My first option. I think that's right. And he is going to be out on a strikeout there. That one was on the inside edge for strike 3. So O'Brien heads back to the dugout down on strikes for out 2. And now Gage Crott batting 9th. Coming back in. We love seeing the locals who have stayed pretty close to home and are helping out the Sasquatch this year. Gage Crott being one of those guys, as he is from Belle Fourche, South Dakota. Only a few miles down the road from here. He is a player at Mesabi Range College. He can pitch, he can field, he can hit. He can do it all. We have a few of those guys. And just earlier, he was able to beat out a soft single on the infield. So no matter what he does at the plate as of late, he has been putting it in play and getting on base. The 1-1 from Conrad. It's going to be a bit outside for ball 2. We love talking about Gage. We also like to talk about Ryan Bachman, the Rapid City man. He's only about an hour from Spearfish, if that. A vocal team leader, returning in his second year with the Sasquatch, as is Nicky Winterstein in the on-deck circle. The even count to Gage, and he is going to lift that one out towards right field. And the other Tyler calls it off. That is going to be Tyler Godfrey in right. So Tyler Bradley takes care of out number 1, and Godfrey takes care of out number 3. Interesting lineup today for the Bison as we head to the top of the 4th inning. Squatch still up 6-0. It is a beautiful day for baseball. Thanks for joining us. Hope y'all are having a great start to your 4th of July weekend. So Tyler Godfrey now stepping up to the plate against Hunter Pauly, as this will be his second time seeing Pauly on the mound. And Hunter trying to keep this shutout going as the Squatch look for the series win against Gem City. They have been pesky to this point. As we said, they have come back with a vengeance this series. And we swept them just last week to start off our 6-game homestand. And they won game 2 last night as they were hungry to at least take one. But we're pretty stingy ourselves. That's all we want to give them. As Polly is quickly ahead of Tyler Godfrey. 0-2. And the 1-2 now. Going to be inside. That's that pitch we saw earlier last start that cost Hunter a little bit of trouble. A lot of the runners that reached for the big sticks last week were from the inside part of the zone that got way too much, but that time he finds the zone perfectly as he freezes Tyler Godfrey for out number 1. He has had a great start tonight so far. We love to see it. And now Luke Bannister stepping back up with 1 out. And that one gets behind O'Brien. Away in the dirt. And just under Keenan's glove. And the 1-0. In that same spot for ball 2. So Hunter right now through 3 1/3 innings. Only given up 1 hit. He's walked 2. But he's fired back in a lot of full counts to strike out 5. As he is now behind 3-0 with no one on and 1 out. And this is very typical for pitchers like Pauly. As he finds the strike zone there. When you have a lot of movement on your pitches and you have filthy stuff, it's very typical for these guys to be working a lot of full counts. As that is going to be a called strike 2. Bannister looks at the ump for that one. And we'll see if Hunter can work that magic again. He's come back from a lot of 3-0 counts now early in this game. The payoff pitch. He does it again. Luke Bannister. Down on strikes, a swing and a miss. That is strikeout number 6 through 3 2/3 innings.
Batting for the Bison, number 26, Nico Pezzanella.
So Pauly's filthy stuff working out well for him so far. A perfect example of seeing what can happen when he utilizes those pitches well. So that one is sent out towards left center, and Carson Green has to cover up a lot of ground. Covers up plenty of real estate and eventually makes the catch for out number 3. As we head to the bottom of the 4th inning, a 1-2-3 inning for Hunter. He's only getting better as time goes on. We'll be right back with you, up 6-0 for the Squatch.
I want to shout out to the world so they know my sweet baby loves me so. She got me going, yeah, she turns me on. And she loves me, yeah, she loves me, and it blows my mind.
Hey, nice play.
Yeah, it blows my mind. She's my
And welcome back to Black Hills Energy Stadium here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Nicky Winterstein stepping back in, looking to repeat a bit of the success that he had earlier on just a few innings ago. He is 2 for 2 on the day, including a 2-run bomb to right field. As everyone in this stadium they knew off the bat that it was a goner. No doubt about it, the pitcher didn't even turn around hardly. So we'll see if Nicky can add on to his hitting repertoire in Game 3. 6 runs on exactly 6 hits today for Spearfish. As we're only in the 4th inning and the Sasquatch order is now working its 3rd time around. But this is Nicky's first look at Conrad Kish, who came in last inning in relief of Clayton Lancer. The 1-2. Sends that one away, way down left field line. One ball, 2 strikes, and he is going to get that one in on the knuckles, and it is going to potentially drop, but no can do. As Derek Wood rushes in, makes an underhanded catch for out number 1. Looked like he had a chance of dropping, but Derek Wood got there just in time to get a glove under that one. And Ryan Bachman steps in, so that ends Nicky's perfect day at the plate. He's now 2 for 3, but that is okay. He was just inches away from getting his 3rd hit. And that one was way upstairs for ball 1 to Ryan Bachman. So another packed house today. This one sort of took me by surprise, if I'm being honest. And this just shows the dedication of these Spearfish fans, watching their team no matter what. This is the 4th of July weekend. Independence Day is tomorrow, and I'm wishing everyone a happy and safe day as everyone is celebrating, hopefully with their families, and having a great time so far. But it is a full day at the park right now, and we are very happy to see it. It is baseball card night, as anyone who has a ticket to get into tonight's game is able to leave the park with a pack of baseball cards, as they are there right in front of the gate as you walk in, as Ryan Bachman takes a 1-out walk. So you might be thinking, hey, it's 5:18, this game started over an hour ago. I probably don't even have time to get into the game. I have to disagree with you. We'd love to see you. If you are anywhere in the Spearfish area, feel free to make it out. As we keep these gates open, it is in fact only the bottom of the 4th. And with the way that our offense is hitting the ball, this game is probably going to go pretty slow. As McHenry lifts that one just past the infield, and McCafferty is able to glove it for out number 2. So that retires Johnny as he heads back, and Damon Gaither trying to extend the inning with Bachman on first. So with it being baseball card night, we actually have plenty of young baseball players scattered around the park, as obviously they want to be a part of this. They want to come and get some free cards. Always good to see the next generation of guys coming through. No balls, 1 strike, 2, Damon. We had Gaither in the booth just the other day for Game 1 against the Bison. During a lightning delay, he came up for about 15 minutes. And we just talked through his start to the summer in Spearfish. He got here only a couple of weeks ago. He fouls that one down the third base line. A 1-2 count now with 2 outs. And during the regular season, Damon attends Everett Community College with Drew Biggerstaff and Kenji Miller as he grounds that one over to the third baseman, and he makes the risky throw over to second as Bachman slid in just a few seconds late. So that was going to be out number 3 as Conrad Kish gets through it unscathed. And we head to the top of the 5th as we are looking for another magical inning from Mr. Hunter Pauly as he comes out for another inning of work.
Summer at the Denny Menhold dealerships in Rapid City. Trade-in values are at an all-time high, and there's never been a better time to buy. With over 400 vehicles on location, you're guaranteed to find the right ride to take you into summer. And while you're here, make sure to sign up to win some great summer gear, like a Rice Honda side-by-side, Black Hills Fireplace Traeger smoker, a variety of gift certificates, and more. Come by and check out a great selection of vehicles and summer gear at any of the Denny Menhold dealerships in Rapid City and at menholdsummer.com.
As we head to the top of the 5th inning, Hunter Pauly, the starting pitcher for Spearfish tonight, working on potentially his best start of the season. Through 4 innings, he has only allowed 1 hit and has already fanned 6 Bison hitters. Here's to hoping he can add on to that number as Keegan Schultz fouls that one off for strike 1. Keegan is batting .271 with a home run and 13 runs driven in for Gym City. He had a good night last night. And we've seen him everywhere. He played shortstop in Game 1, first base last night, and he's over at the hot corner in Game 3. And that one, a little outside, ball 2. A 2-1 count. And a 6-run lead courtesy of the Sasquatch offense has to feel pretty good for Hunter as he takes the mound now, trying to protect that very nice lead. But you don't want to walk your leadoff guy. The 3-1. And that one is going to be grounded softly to Springer, able to glove it. And the throw in time for out number 1. The infield grass slowed it down considerably. Plops right into Springer's glove. And then the nice routine throw across the diamond for out number 1. So Keegan retired as we head now to the next Bison hitter, Jack Jones. Only 1 hit so far, as I just mentioned, for the Bison, as that one is going to be a foul tip into the glove of O'Brien. And Hunter is playing well. He understands that he needs to attack these guys in the strike zone, doesn't have to worry too much about trying to pitch around, because so far the one hit shows the Bison have not figured him out in the strike zone yet. And with a 6-run lead, you have all the time in the world to be able to attack these guys. All you want. And he's trying to do that again here. The 1-2 to Jack Jones. And we saw some movement right there, but it was in the dirt. I love watching Hunter pitch. Because even from the booth, you can just tell when that pitch is midway to the batter. It just zigzags sometimes. So Pauly's trying to retire Jack after being ahead 1-2. Does not want to walk him with nobody on. The pitch is low and in the dirt, and he does that. So that'll be his 3rd walk of the night. And we roll it over now to the 8th place hitter, Tyler Bradley.
Batting for the Bison, number 1, Tyler Bradley.
A beautiful day here in Spearfish, as we've had plenty of luck in that department. I love being the weatherman. Sorry if you listen to me game after game, you have to hear a forecast. But I think it's a very important thing to talk about, as the weather in South Dakota, especially in the summer as it does mostly everywhere else, always tends to change on a dime. 1 ball, no strike now to Bradley. Outside. And while it was very sunny earlier, it was very hot. And it has now cooled off just a bit. Still 83 degrees, but a few clouds have shaded us for a little bit. And we have a nice little breeze as that one is lined to Bachman on the ground. Throws from McHenry. That is going to be another 4-6-3 double play, the 2nd of the game today. So Hunter Pauly, after the 1-out walk, able to take care of business as he motions to me in the booth. Wow, I feel so special. A shout out to me here. Had a way to go, Hunter. What a play. Puts it on the ground for a double play, and he heads to the bottom of the 5th inning with that 6-run lead still intact. You are watching a great game today, folks. We're so glad you are here with us this weekend.
All Balanced Bookkeeping, located right here in Spearfish, is your go-to place for all of your bookkeeping needs. Serving Spearfish for over 2 years, we have over 30 years of bookkeeping experience and can take care of any office tasks, large or small. Contact us now to get in touch with one of our many experienced bookkeepers.
So Hunter Pauly just a few moments ago able to work around a 1-out walk and turn a double play to retire the side there in the top of the 5th, as he has worked a scoreless game through 5 tonight. And he is feeling good. There is no doubt he'll be coming in for at least 1 more inning. We hope more. And Carson Green stepping back in, looking to make it easier for Hunter on the mound by adding a few more runs to this lead. So after 4 runs in the first and 2 in the second, the Squatch have not scored since then. They've gotten under a lot of balls, as that one is a high pop-up over to Derek Wood. And center field for out number 1. So Carson is retired, and now Gabe Springer stepping back in.
Now batting for the Sasquatch, third baseman, number 12, Gabe Springer.
So Conrad Kish now in after pitching 2 1/3. He's had a pretty easy go of things to this point. He has yet to give up a run after a scoreless 3rd and 4th inning, and now 1 out through the 5th. Springer lines that one foul down the right field line. Gabe's batting 6th. He's been operating very well in the bottom third of the lineup. This is his first game batting 6th in a while, and a very dangerous bat. Talked to him just the other day about how exciting it has to be for him to be attending Stanford University in the fall as a freshman, and he's getting all of his reps that he could possibly want now this summer in Spearfish. Two balls, 1 strike to Springer as he's going to shoot that one into right field for at least a single. The right fielder takes care of it, and that'll be a 1 out single for Mr. Springer. So his night continues to be a success. Make that a 2 for 3 days so far for Gabe as Cam Hoyland steps in. Earlier this year, we saw Cam shoot one over the right field wall, a line drive home run. So it would be great to see him do something just like that. With Springer on first. The 0-1 to Cam. Swung on that one for strike 2. Cam's batting .235 so far from Bellevue College. Way over the head of Cam. And very heads-up base running there. Another stolen base from Gabe Springer, as he takes second base with 1 out and a 1-2 count to Cam now. We can steal all we want, but I'm still not sure if we'll be able to break the record for what the Bison did last night. 12 stolen bases in Game 2. Just unheard of. The pitch to Cam, and he is going to shoot that one into right field again. So, exact same play, and that was going to get past the right fielder, and that is going to score Gabe Springer. A 7-0 ball game after the bobble from Tyler Godfrey. So Cam did exactly what we wanted to from him. Puts it in play. A 1-out single to score Gabe Springer. And this inning continues. So the first earned run for Conrad Kish on the mound after his last 2 innings, pitching scoreless relief. And Cam's trying to think about potentially going to second, but that one is going to run foul as neither Godfrey nor Pezzanell were able to reach it in time. So with the depth that the Sasquatch have at this point in the season, as we are at full health, it is going to be a difficult thing for other teams. The Squatch are as hot as they could possibly be. At least I say that now. Who knows what the rest of the season holds? All I know is that with any lineup that we put together night in and night out, these opposing pitchers are going to have their heads on a swivel. The 0-2 now to Keenan O'Brien with 1 out, and Hoyland a little off the base path. He's going to be caught in a potential pickle, but he is going to get back just in time. Had a little hesitation there. He was trying to steal second for a second. And a little hesitation from Conrad on the mound probably helped us out. But there goes Cam again. And the pitch is going to ground that one. And we're going to see if McCafferty's going to try it. And he's going to be able to make the feed over to Justice Panton for out number 2. As the go-ahead runner Cam Hoyland out at second. But Keenan O'Brien on first base. And now Gage Crott.
Playing left field, number 11, Gage Crott.
A 7-0 ball game now for Gage. And a runner on first base, O'Brien back just in time. I tell you what, Luke Bannister makes every throw anxiety inducing. I tell you what, he's something else. As he has thrown out a couple of Sasquatch hitters so far this series. Crott pops that one up, Panton calls it off, and a little behind him, but he makes the catch for out number 3. So we head to the top of the 6th inning, a 7-0 lead thanks to the RBI single from Cam Hoyland to score Gabe Springer. So Hunter Pauly now with another run to add to that lead that he is being asked to protect. We'd love to see him go deep and help this Sasquatch bullpen tonight. So a 7-0 lead, we head to the 6th. You are watching Squatch Baseball on YouTube. Here comes the sun as we head to the top of the 6th inning. And Hunter Pauly looking to continue his dominant performance on the mound through 5 innings, only surrendering 1 hit, 3 walks, but 6 strikeouts. And what matters the most at the end of the day? The big goose egg under the run column for the Bison to this point. A 7-0 ball game, and we are in the 6th with Hunter still on the mound. He is trying to go as deep as he possibly can to provide this Sasquatch bullpen much needed rest. After the 3-game series in Fremont, immediately after the 6-game homestand just last week, they had to come back, and we still have 3 games against the Spuds starting tomorrow. The bullpen is going to be very much needed, and they need to be at least a little bit well rested. Hopefully Hunter can come through in that regard, and he already has through 5 today. The 3-0 Justice Panton. And there we go. So as we said earlier, very typical of pitchers like Pauly with so much movement. As he is trying to fire back once more after being behind 3-0. He is now in a full count against the beer batter, Justice Panton. He's already struck out once today. We'd love to see it again. The payoff pitch, swing and a miss. So, 2 strikeouts of Justice, for Pauly as he fires back and is able to take care of him for out number 1. $1 off beer for everyone here at the stadium. So make that 7 Ks next to Hunter's name. And he is still dealing. Strike 1 to Derek Wood. We've had some great success with the beer batters the last few games. As the Sasquatch dugout is lively as ever. And leading the dugout right now is, of course, who could you guess? Cam Hoyland. We like to call him the cameraman because he is always in front of the dugout camera. And next to Harrison Clark, one of our first basemen, as well as a fellow color commentator in the booth when he wants to be. We had him just a few games ago, or I guess technically last homestand, and he was great. We love being able to hear from him and getting to hear from a player's perspective what's been going on this season. As Pauly's going to have a 1-out walk 2. Derek Wood can't catch up with him on that time. As he takes his base, and now that brings up Quinn McCafferty. And another thing to put into consideration for Hunter Pauly's last start, it's definitely his roughest so far of the year. He was just coming back from a sickness, an illness that kept him out for the last road trip we took before Fremont. And so having to make that first start back on the mound, I'm sure had to play a big role in that as he was having to deal through the summer heat. Wood has a good lead off of first base. Have to keep an eye on him. The 1-0 now to Quinn, and that one is going to be a potential other double play, but unfortunately unable to do so. That one was another horrible luck hop over the head of Johnny McHenry. He had it ready. He had it in front of him. But whatever it was, maybe a divot on the infield at some point, made it a high hop over the outstretched glove of Johnny. Could not make the grab. Trickles into left center. So now runners on the corners after the very, very hard luck grounder. That gets through. And that is going to bring up Tyler Godfrey. And that was going to be way inside. So let's see how Hunter is able to react. He has shown crazy patience, not losing these hitters most of the time. And these counts after being behind, especially 3-0, very impressive. And now with a little bit of traffic now in the 6th. This is the most drama he's had in the past few innings. A 1-1 outside, 2-1 now. So still 1 out, the 2-1 to Godfrey. Swing and a miss, he's a strike away. You never want to give the Bison hitters any ideas. I have said that. That is a key to this series. The offense is very good. And the only reason we didn't really see that last series was because the Squatch pitching outshadowed them. Just like that right there. Tyler Godfrey is sat down, excuse me. As he is down on strikes, Hunter Pauly once more comes back, fights through being behind in the count, and that is his 8th strikeout on the night. So only 2 hits now for Hunter Pauly after facing the first 21 batters of the game. And Luke Bannister back out. The 0-1 to Luke. Swing and a miss once more. Let's make it strikeout number 9. Would be an ultimate comeback outing for Hunter Polly if he can go another inning after this and maybe rack up double digits in strikeouts. The 0-2. Taken low. And that one is going to be grounded up the middle. McHenry is going to feed to Bachman for a quick and easy out number 3. So Hunter Polly, after a bad luck single into left field, gets runners on the corners. With 1 out, he is able to strike out Tyler Godfrey and then take care of Luke Bannister for out number 3. And he continues to deal as we head to the bottom of the 6th, still on top, 7-0. Squatch looking to add on to it right now.
New games every month at the Lodge. We are constantly updating our gaming floor with the latest fun games to keep our guests entertained with new games every month. For the freshest selection of slot machines in town, make the Lodge at Deadwood your gaming destination. The locals' choice for gaming excitement with the newest games is the Lodge at Deadwood Gaming Resort.
Monument Health is committed to treating and caring for you with 5 hospitals, 8 specialty and surgical centers, and over 40 clinics. Monument Health is here to make a difference and to help you.
So your Spearfish Sasquatch here in the rubber game against the Gym City Bison, trying to make a statement win and take this series today. Headed into the 3-game set with the Canyon County Spuds starting tomorrow on Independence Day. And if you don't have any other plans for the 4th of July, feel free to make your way over to Black Hills Energy Stadium tomorrow. We have a game, 6:35 first pitch, and it is going to be a great one, as we are looking to avenge that 5-game series in Idaho just a couple of weeks ago. We only took 1 of 5 against the Spuds, but that seemed to be a different team. It's like we're looking in the rearview mirror. Completely different atmosphere, completely different type of feel to this offense now for the Squatch. So it should be a great matchup. As the lineup card is rolled over again here in the bottom of the 6th, the Squatch hold the 7-0 lead, and Nikki Winterstein looking to get on base. Never hurts to add a couple of more on. You feel good about a 7-run lead, but you never can be too sure in Summer League. So a swing and a miss there from Nicky as he looks back at Luke Bannister asking what kind of pitch that was. As he is smiling, heading back to the dugout. A beauty of a pitch from the new Bison pitcher on the mound, Matt Slowick from Western Texas Community College. His hometown is Lubbock, Texas. We know where that is. The righty out of the bullpen today for the Bison. And you might have heard that name before, somehow, some way. And you would be right, as we just faced off against Slowick in one of the 3 games last homestand, June 22nd to be exact. Slowick earned the loss after 4 innings of 8-run ball, and only 5 of those were earned. A big day for errors for the Bison that game, but still giving up 6 hits and 5 earned runs in only 4 innings. As Slowick was just one of those other pitchers for the Bison who got sent out early because the Squatch were all over his pitches. And there's a strike call to Ryan Bachman. An absolute gem from Hunter Pauly, the starting pitcher for the Sasquatch. He's had a great day so far, as Bachman is going to line that one into left field for a 1-out single. As he is now 1 for 2 on the day. I mean, when your top 3 guys in your batting order are all hitting above 320 on the year, you feel pretty good about your chances. And you follow that with Carson Green batting 5th today, excuse me. He's hitting over 300 as well. And all of these hitters are finding their groove. Can never emphasize it enough. But Hunter Pauly so far, the player of the day, going 6 innings of only 2 hit ball, walking 4 and striking out 8. Wow. By far his best start in 5 appearances. And as I've just been pointed out, there is no one in the Sasquatch pen, with 1 out in the bottom of the 6th, which is hinting at the potential opportunity for Hunter to come back out on the mound for the 7th. And why not try to keep him in as long as you can? Give the bullpen as much rest as they possibly could take in a 7-run ball game. As Johnny is ahead 3-1 on Slowick, with Bachman on first base. Well, let's see what Matt has to throw him. The pitch. Ooh, big cut on that one. Strike 2. Johnny's still looking for that first home run here at Black Hills. He sent one deep a few games ago, all the way out to deep center, right off the batter's eye. Dead center, 400 feet. And unable to get one there, as he is going to be down on strikes. Swing and a miss for out number 2. So Slowick has now struck out Winterstein, walked Bachman, and has retired McHenry on strikes as well. So Damon Gaither, the last chance here in the 6th inning for the Squatch. That makes it an 0 for 3 day for Johnny. So 2 outs now. And a breaking ball for strike 1. 83 degrees now here in Spearfish. And as we are getting a few clouds to roll in, as it seems to always do, it is looking like there is a 70% chance of showers at 6 and a 90% chance of thunderstorms at 7. Well, I can never predict anything with the weather and just hope that it'll be a beautiful day all the day around, as the weather pattern has changed significantly in the last hour. Swing and a miss from Damon, as Matt Slowick is going to get around the one-out walk from Ryan Bachman to take care of the Squatch in the bottom half of the inning. So we head to the top of the 7th inning, up 7-0. And we'll see if Hunter Pauly makes his way back out. It is not. It looks like it is going to be Colby Schiffer. So it'll be very fun to see what he has in store. That is the end of the day for Hunter Pauly. 6 innings, 2 hit ball, striking out 8. What a job, my friend. Hopefully we'll see him in the booth for the post game after this one. Squatch on top, 7-0. And we are doing the YMCA here. Why not? Squatch on top in a 7-0 ball game as we are saluting our friend in the dugout. Hats off to Hunter Pauly. Just mentioned it right before the commercial break, but it is officially the end of his day, the best start for him by far. 6 innings of no-run ball. Only giving up 2 hits and striking out 8 Bison hitters. Not an easy thing to do. This is a very dangerous Bison lineup. And he worked around him in all the counts and had a great job through his 6 innings. So those are encouraging signs, as Hunter is still looking to find a bit more consistency on the mound this summer. And maybe this is the game where he officially found it, because he is feeling good right now. But as he's in the dugout, we shift our focus over to Colby Schiffer on the mound. Good to see him out there. It's been a while since we've seen him pitch at home, as he is an even count 2-2. And that one's going to be taken just outside, a full count now to Nico Pezzanella, the first baseman. And that one's going to be lifted way high. McHenry watching it go down, and he takes care of it for out number 1. So Pezzanella's retired, and we bring up Keegan Schultz. So we talk about all the new guys. Hunter Pauly was one of the guys who've been here since the start of the year. Colby Schiffer has not been here so long. He's one of the newer additions, and we are so glad to have him on the team. He has been outstanding. The 6'6" sophomore from California. Hard-throwing lefty. Plays at Loyola Marymount University, and he's about to have out number 2. After the high fly ball out deep towards center field, Carson Green takes care of it, so Keegan Schultz heads back. Quick 2 outs now for Colby here in the 7th inning. This game is going right along. Even with the Squatch putting up 7 runs, this one is still just flying by. Maybe that's just me, or maybe it's because we're winning. I like when that happens.
Now batting for the Bison, number 17, Jack Jones.
And Schiffer throws to Jack Jones. Or excuse me, not Jack Jones. I was listening to my old friend, the PA guy in the booth next to me. It's going to be a substitution. We'll have who is pinch hitting for Jones as soon as we know. But Colby in a 2-0 count with him. The pitch, swing and a miss. Hard cut there, can't catch up to it. And it's going to be Calvin Webb with 2 outs in the 7th inning. And that one's in the dirt. So, through 3 relief appearances, Colby Schiffer owns a 2.25 ERA out of the bullpen. Along with 2 saves and 7 strikeouts, he's been outstanding. A 3-1 to Webb. Fouls it back. And this actually reminds me, with Colby on the mound, this is the perfect time to give a shout out. He wanted to let his family know, specifically his mom and his sister, that he loves them and he hopes that you are enjoying watching him pitch. He says, hey, as that is going to be a full count walk with 2 outs.
Now batting for the Bison, number 1, Tyler Bradley.
And now Tyler Bradley stepping back in. He's batting 8th tonight, the left fielder. And there we go. Strike 1. We have a lot more cloud coverage now. It doesn't look too threatening, but I don't want to jinx it, as I always do. But heck, we might be done with this game before we even have to worry about any weather. Only 2 hits tonight for Gem City. It has been all Sasquatch so far. And just like that, only adds on to the energy that the Squatch are bringing. Colby Schiffer takes care of Bradley for out number 3, as he is frozen on strikes there. We head to the bottom of the 7th, up by 7. All out 7s today.
Don't forget, last
So if you were just joining us here in the bottom of the 7th, welcome back to a Sasquatch offensive onslaught here as we lead a 7-0 ball game against the Gem City Bison, looking to win our 4th series in a row I am Win Andrews, your voice of the Sasquatch on Independence Day Eve. We are so glad you're here with us. 7 runs, 9 hits, and something tells me by the way we're swinging the bat, it's not going to end just there today.
Leading off the bottom of the 7th inning, center fielder, number 2, Carson Green.
So Matt Sloak back on the mound now against Carson Green. And Carson's going to send that one out towards left field. And Bradley takes care of it for out number 1. He gets just under that one. He smiles as he heads back to the dugout. Knew that if he squared up on it any better, that was probably gone.
Third baseman, number 12, Gabe Springer.
So much power under Carson Green's bat. He's just waiting for that first homer still of the year. But that's not necessarily the game that this Spearfish offense plays. They just know that they have to put it in play, as Gabe Springer does right there. He can't stop hitting. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another day of the Gabe Springer Show. A 7th inning single shot over into right field.
Ready now for the Sasquatch, designated hitter.
As he is now 3 for 4. So 1 out, Springer on first, Cam Hoyland back in. Outside of the zone for ball 1. And the pitch, fouled back. So Cam drove in Gabe Springer earlier in tonight's game. See if he can do it again, as Gabe is going to have an easy steal of second base. Had the biggest jump I've seen. He was almost a second before Sloak even had it, even released that pitch. The 2-1 now with Springer in scoring position. Low for ball 3. So now 10 hits after Gabe's shot into right. And the pitch from Sloak, as Hoyland is going to send that one out towards left field. And Bradley takes care of it for out number 2. Soft little fly ball, as Hoyland is retired and Keenan O'Brien back in.
Now batting for the Sasquatch, catcher number 29, Keenan O'Brien.
So we'll see if Keenan can drive Gabe home. And that one's going to be grounded to shortstop. McCafferty fires over for out number 3. So that takes care of the Sasquatch threat in the bottom of the 7th. But either way, Gabe Springer has found his form. And ladies and gentlemen, get ready for a show in the second half of the season. As we head to the top of the 8th inning, we go with a 7-run lead. Squatch are hot. The 9-1-2 hitters due up for the Bison in the top of the 8th inning, as we join you back here live at Black Hills Energy Stadium on this Sunday matinee. Squatch are up 7-0 after a very, very long first 2 games of this series. We are chugging right along here in Game 3. Courtesy of a great game from Hunter Pauly, the starter on the mound for the Squatch, and great bullpen work to follow, with Colby Schiffer on the 0-2. Just a bit up high to the beer batter. Panton has struck out twice tonight, so people have gotten dollars off their beer so far. And that breaking ball doesn't break enough, seemed to miss the zone for ball 2. So now count runs full to Justice Panton. Only 2 hits for the Bison. That one's going to be fouled way off. Out of play. So the Idaho series starts tomorrow here in Spearfish. A 4th of July game, as well as games on the 5th and the 6th. We hope you're here for it, as there is a swing and a miss. Keenan O'Brien picks it up, throws over to first for out number 1. Justice Panton is caught swinging again. 3rd strikeout of the day. So great job there from Schiffer to be able to fire back into the count. So it looks like Derek Wood's day is going to be done, as Tico Pereira is the new leadoff hitter for the Bison, as he is pinch hitting for him. We saw Tico on the mound the other day. And a 1-1 count. Schiffer not wasting any time. And that one's low for ball 2. And the pitch fouled off. Now 2-2. As we said the other night, Tico from Miami, Florida. As that curve was way high. Now another full count. Fouls that one off. Tico owns a 133 batting average through 30 at-bats. The payoff pitch from Schiffer is going to be a called strike 3. Finds the zone. Out number 2. Back-to-back full counts. And Colby takes care of both of them through striking them out. I guess you can do it that way, Colby. And Quinn McCafferty, the shortstop, is staying in the game. An 0-1 pitch now on the way in just a few moments. And that one is going to be hit softly out towards Winterstein in right field. He makes a diving grab as he is going to hold on to it in right center. Carson Green, that's usually the play he makes, but Nicky Winterstein is trying to steal the limelight. An amazing grab for out number 3. Colby Schiffer out of it with ease. We head to the bottom of the 8th, still on top 7-0. You are watching Squatch Baseball on the YouTube Live channel. So Gage Crotch stepping in now, as just as the Bison had 9-1-2 hitters up in the top of the 8th, so do the Squatch in the bottom half.
We had like 150 yesterday, and they were like twice a week.
And we continue to move right along. This might be the quickest game we've had all year. A 4:05 first pitch, and we are just over 2 hours. And that's honestly what happens when your pitching staff is not messing around, not loading the bases, not having a lot of traffic on the base paths in general, only allowing 2 hits. And the Squatch still have 7 runs on the board. And that one's going to be low. A 3-1 count now. And inside. So there we go, a leadoff walk for Gage. He is a great on-base guy. There's a reason he's in this lineup all the time. He was the designated hitter in game 2. And we see him in the 9th spot again. He is loving being in the bottom half of the order. And Nicky Winterstein stepping back in. His perfect game ended a few innings ago with a little bad luck after an underhand grab from center fielder Derek Wood. But he's having another game to remember. As we have a new pitcher on the mound, the Bison have had to go to their bullpen a pretty good bit after their starter can only go 2 innings. And Winterstein sends that one, lifts it out towards right field, hugging the right field line and right shy of the track. The right fielder makes the play. Gage is going to try to steal and easily able to take second base. So Nicky unable to get on base, but puts it in play far enough for Gage to be able to reach and stand in scoring position for Ryan Bachman. Team baseball. As we are now tossing out baseball cards around the stadium. And Bachman is going to send that one, and that's going to get past the third baseman. That one's right down the left field line, and that's going to send Gage Crott home. So Bachman sees the throw back home, will take second base. An 8-0 lead now, courtesy of Ryan Bachman. Does not take long for a runner like Gage to get home. He is speedy. 11 hits now for the Sasquatch. Trey Volmar on his 7th pitch gives up a run. And the pitching woes continue for the Bison in game 3. Yesterday was a bit weird, bit of an outlier. Squatch only scored 5 on them. And the Bison offense surely came through, but tonight it is all Spearfish. Now let's get Johnny's night going. Get an RBI at least. Maybe get Ryan home from second base. He is 0 for 3, Johnny. As there's lightning in the distance, but I do have confidence we will get this one out of the way. By that time, it would potentially reach us. If it does. Because we are zooming right along. Even count at 1. Volmar looks back at Bachman. The pitch to Johnny in the dirt. Bachman's easily going to take third base. Jogs over. Wasn't even close. So let's get a little history on Trey Volmar. He is from Casper, Wyoming. Plays at Dawson Community College. Owns a 5.29 ERA, but a 3-1 record. Winning 3 of his starts. And that one is going to get past Bannister again. Bachman is going to try to take home, and he does, standing up. Running right through home plate. Now a 9-0 ball game after 2 consecutive wild pitches. Get get past Luke Bannister behind home plate. So Johnny did not have to do a thing. He just had to sit there and look pretty. A 9-0 lead now in the bottom of the 8th. 2 runs have scored. Gage Crut came home off of the shot from Ryan Bachman. And then after 2 wild pitches, Ryan able to cross himself. So this is the statement win that the Squatch were needing and looking for. After losing last night's game, sends a message to the Spuds as they come into town tomorrow. Say we are not messing around. The 3-1 from Volmar, strike 2, full count now. It has been a no-nonsense type of day for the offense and defense. Broken bat, shot up the middle. Panton makes the throw over to first base just in time for out number 2.
We have a winner for $350. Thank you, everyone, for helping us walk to fight suicide.
So 2 outs now in Damon Gaither
First baseman, number 34.
in the bottom of the 8th inning. Love to see Damon turn on one. Taken up for ball 1. Starting to get a little breeze on us here. And that one is going to be just foul. Looked like it could have gone fair. Looked like it was going to go over the third base bag. But crossed foul just before reaching it. Damon's not happy about that one. He has to get back in. He's 1 for 3 tonight, batting .333 on the year. So a 1-1 count, the battle between Volmar and Gaither. Swing and a miss on that one. A 1-2 count. And the 1-2 once more. Volmar throws that one way up high. And if you were watching the live stream, it just turns out that I didn't know that I was on the stream as Gaither strikes out to end the Sasquatch 8th, but not before coming with 2 runs off of the shot from Bachman to score Crott. And then Ryan scoring as well after a wild pitch in the dirt, as the Squatch now have a 9-0 lead. And Colby Schiffer looking just to finish the day for the Squatch. Only have 2 guys out of the bullpen. That would be huge heading into tomorrow's series. So let's see what Colby can do with a 9-0 lead. Squatch 3 outs away from another series win.
Do you know the locals' choice for gaming excitement? It's the Lodge at Deadwood Gaming Resort. With new games arriving every month, our selection of slot machines is the freshest in town. You can always find a game with our card tables open 24 hours a day. And parking is free and easy at the Lodge, with the area's largest free parking only steps away from our front door. Enjoy spacious and comfortable gaming at the Lodge at Deadwood, the locals' choice.
So 3 outs to go now in the bottom of the top of the ninth, excuse me. And Colby Schiffer back out for his third inning of work. And he has had scoreless relief since then. The Squatch have held the Bison scoreless overall. It is a 9-0 ball game, thanks to 11 hits for the Squatch and only 2 for Gym City. So the Bison flexed their muscles yesterday in Game 2. The Squatch showed them the real deal today in Game 3. Only 3 outs away from taking their 4th series in a row, and 2 of them being against the Bison. And this is going to be another pinch hitter. We'll have to see who is up. It's going to be Caleb Salgado, number 4. His first at bat tonight. And that one is going to be line foul. And luckily everyone got out of the way on that one. It came in fast. 6:30 now here in Spearfish. As we are a little less than 2.5 hours now on the night. But what a game it has been. Squatch took care of business at the plate. And Hunter Pauley, the starting pitcher, had the start of his season. There's the leadoff walk there for Salgado. And obviously, no one in the bullpen for the Squatch in a 9-run ball game. This is going to be Colby Schiffer's game, either way. No reason to get anybody started just yet, especially with the way that the Sasquatch have been pitching tonight.
Now batting for the Bison, number 10, Luke Bannister.
As Luke Bannister now sits at home plate, awaiting the 1-0 pitch from Schiffer. And that one's going to be hit to Bachman. He's able to glove it cleanly, throws to McHenry, the foot drag, and the throw to first for the 3rd double play of the night for the Sasquatch. And a quick 2 outs, so a leadoff walk, but not for long. Bannister hits directly into the trap, and only 1 more out to go for Spearfish to take this rubber game. So with 1 pitch, no one on base once more. That's been a common theme today. Colby Schiffer taking care of business. As we have a great crowd of 468 tonight, all watching in hopes that the Squatch can finish off the Bison right here. And we are well on our way. A 1-1 count, now 2 outs, nobody on for Nico Pezzanella. He's 0 for 2 tonight. That one's low, ball 2. We hope that you're able to stay with us for a post game as the game ends, hopefully in the next few moments. Pending an absolute comeback story by the Gym City Bison with 2 outs in the top of the 9th. We're planning to have Hunter Pauley in the booth to talk about his 6 effective innings of no-run ball, as that is going to be a 2-out walk for Pezzanella. He takes his base, and that brings up Keegan Schultz once more. On the offensive end, Nicky Winterstein has gone 2 for 5 tonight. Bachman, 2 for 3 with 2 walks and an RBI to his name. And Gabe Springer continuing his hot work at the plate, 3 for 4 with an RBI. And who do we start choosing when the Sasquatch offense is going to town the way they have been? So the 2-2 now, and that one's going to be grounded up to McHenry. He's going to feed to Bachman for the third and final out of this game. A 9-0 victory for your Spearfish Sasquatch. They win their 4th series in a row. And they take a 5-1 record against the Gem City Bison in their first 2 matchups together. And that is dominance, my friends. That is what it is all about. The Squatch and their all whites taking into victory formation, as it was another great team effort all around. 6 dominant innings from Hunter Pauley to start it off, and then 3 to back him up from Colby Schiffer, who just finished this game for us. And the Spearfish offense had another great game at the plate. Can't say enough about it, but just hold on for a few moments as we are about to celebrate this Game 3 win, as we'll have a few guys in the booth for our post game. But for now, as we are getting ready to go gather our players, we are going to let you go. We'll have a brief commercial break for just a few moments as we're getting our post game ready. But all you need to know right now is the Squatch win 9-0, a shutout over the Gem City Bison. I'm Win Andrews, your voice of the Squatch. It's been a fun one, folks. Thanks for joining us on the 4th of July Eve.
Hey Sasquatch fans, I'm Bailey Hubbard and I'm here with Hunter Polly tonight. Hunter is the winning pitcher for Sasquatch tonight with a complete shutout of a 9-0 win. Hunter went 6 innings with 2 hits allowed and no runs and 8 strikeouts. What was working for you so well today after such a challenging week last week with the big sticks?
This week was just kind of simplified, getting ahead of hitters, mixing up between my fastballs, throwing a cut fastball and a 2-seam, and then just trying to eliminate the dead space and just kind of going at hitters and being very confident early in the counts.
Right. To add on to that, you got behind in a few 3-0 counts, but then came back to strike out plenty of Bison hitters.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about the change on the mound today?
I did get behind. I just started flying open a little bit with my my front shoulder. I just honestly was like, I just took a step back, gather myself, and just said, I got to bear down here and get in the zone and go get some strikes. So I think I did that pretty well.
Right, I agree.
Thank you.
How is your confidence moving towards this next series?
It's definitely boosted a lot. That was really what I needed on the mound. It was awesome. Defense was played amazing behind me. So there was so much confidence going into my next start, and just for my teammates, that knowing that if the Bison hitters do put the ball in play, that they're going to make the play.
Right. I mean, Sasquatch is coming alive both offensively and defensively. Yeah. Is there any shout-outs or anything you'd like to add about the team?
I'd like to say just thank you for my parents for driving all this way to come see me. They're here in Spearfish. And then my grandma, who's in Walla Walla, my grandma in Kansas, and then my sister back home.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Hunter.
Thank you,
Congratulations
Bailey. Appreciate
on a great
it.
game.
Thank
I'm going to pass it off to Win now. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. That was awesome.
And welcome back. We just had our on-field host Bailey Hubbard alongside the starting pitcher tonight, Hunter Polly. Went 6 innings, striking out 8, as she just told you. What a miraculous performance from Mr. Polly on the mound. He was something else. His best start by far of the season, and we love seeing that as we're trying to build momentum on the mound as well as at the plate for this second half, the big second half run, as the Squatch are trying to take the best record in the second half for postseason berth. So we're really hoping that that is going to be the case. And alongside, as we just got done talking with Hunter Polly, I am Win Andrews, the voice of the Squatch, alongside Nikki Winterstein.
Hi.
The right fielder who led off tonight for the Spearfish Sasquatch. Nikki, so glad to have you in the booth tonight, my friend. How we doing?
Oh, thanks for having me, man. I'm really enjoy being up here. It's been a while since I've been in front of the camera, so.
Are you nervous?
Not really. I just don't really know what to do with my hands.
Yeah, I understand that.
So I'm not sure if I should keep them here, if I should
just put them down to your side and act like everything's natural.
Down to
and
my
you just
side.
Stare at that camera right there.
Okay.
Yeah, so we should be good.
Okay.
All right, you're feeling good. So
yep.
You're feeling good.
Feeling good. Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Swing's
Awesome.
in a good place. We're playing really good baseball right now. We've been taking on some extra duties on the field, that kind of stuff. We're really taking it one day at a time. Guys are swinging it well. Had a really good job on the mound by both Colby and Hunter Polly. Just really came out and attacked the zone, threw a bunch of strikes, and hitters swung well. We got up to an early lead and we were able to add on those middle innings, but I think everybody's playing really good baseball right now.
Absolutely. Evident by a 9-0 Game 3 today against the Gem City Bison. And put him back down. We're good. We're good to go. So 9 runs on 11 hits today for the Sasquatch. So one question, we're talking about 11 hits. One of them was yours, a 2-run moonshot over right field. I just wanted to ask you, personally, if you had to look at StatCast metrics, anything like that, advanced statistics, how far did that ball go in your perspective?
I want to say easily over 400 feet.
Okay.
I mean, it's 330 down the line and what I'm looking at right now, and it hit the top of that warehouse back there, and that's probably 50, 70 feet past the fence. Warehouse plus the distance it would have kept going. I mean, I've hit some pretty far home runs in my life. That adds up there right there to it. 400 plus. I don't want to say 450, but between 400 and 450.
And that sounds about right.
Yeah.
I mean, that's reasonable. So, yeah, in the second inning, Nikki Winterstein hit an absolute bomb to right field, put him back down again. He doesn't know what to do with his hands. He gets nervous on the post games, but he's not nervous at the plate. Went 2 for 5 tonight with 2 runs driven in, and he has been great. How have you been feeling about your performance at the plate ever since coming back to Spearfish for your second season?
Really good. Like you said, I came back for my second season. Last summer was awesome. I really fell in love with this town, this city, these people, and I wanted to come back. And people welcomed me with open arms. I've really enjoyed seeing the familiar faces. Everybody's happy to see me. I'm happy to see them, and it's been a really easy transition to get over here, get back on the field and playing because I'm so comfortable around everybody and everybody's so awesome.
And your leadership is evident. You are currently the interim head coach of the Spearfish Sasquatch so far this season. You have been doing a great job. You have a 2-1. You have a series win against the Gym City Bison in your first 3 games as coach, as well as leading off and playing in right field. How has it been, after the Game 2 loss yesterday, coming back, only scoring 5 runs and gathering the troops and saying, hey, guys, let's get it back together, and then coming out here, putting up 11 hits and 9 runs?
Yeah, so like you said, I'm currently the interim head coach, manager role. We got back from our road trip, and we had to change some things up. So the guys actually wanted me to step up and be in that leadership role, and it's something that I feel comfortable doing, and the guys trust me, which really means a lot to me that those guys see me in that way. Yeah, we lost that game yesterday, but I thought we played good baseball, and that's the message I told those guys. Sometimes you play good and you win, sometimes you play bad and you win. But yesterday we played well and we lost. They had a couple of doink hits fall. We had a couple of barrels not fall, and that ended up being the difference of the game. And baseball can be a really tough mental game, and I really wanted to make sure those guys knew that we played well and that sometimes you lose good baseball games. And we were able to bounce back today and have a good performance on both sides of the plate today. And I was really proud to see our guys respond.
And that's what you love about baseball, the unpredictability. You never know what's going to happen game in and game out. Nope, put him down. Put him down. It's okay. Don't get too nervous, Nicky. It's fine.
I don't know what to do with
I
my
understand.
hand.
You just sit right here. Look, it's awkward for me too, but we just sit here and we smile and we look to our live stream as Nicky Winterstein is just sitting here with us. We are having a good time. It has been a great time all around to win the rubber game, taking the 4th series win in a row. Nicky, what are we looking for as a team collectively headed into this 3-game set against the Spuds starting tomorrow? A 4th of July matchup between both teams, and it is a very good matchup as we are very evenly matched with the Spuds.
Yeah, no, I think it's going to be a really good and competitive series. We're going to build off of these last 3 games and the good baseball we've been playing. Hopefully we can carry some momentum into tomorrow. Cam Hoyan's going to go on the mound. I like his stuff up there. He's going to throw well. He's going to throw strikes. He's going to get us a good start, and our offense is just going to keep swinging the bat. We're really swinging it well. We're attacking balls in the zone. We're seeing the ball well. We're hunting fastballs, and I think that's paying off. I think guys are really in a good place right now, and hopefully we can keep building off of where we're at. So
Cam Hoyland going to be on the mound tomorrow, and his last start against the Fremont Moose, 7 innings, no run ball. So it's going to be very fun as we are looking forward to an Independence Day matchup with our friends from Idaho, the Canyon County Spuds. Nicky, anything else you want to add to the live stream as we have folks watching from home?
No, just everybody out there. I know I'm sure my parents will they're either watching this now or they'll go screen record this and send it to the family later. Go Sasquatch. Thanks for watching, and yeah.
Well, that's all we need. Appreciate it, Nicky. Thank you so much. And we'll shake our hands now. This is how we do it. That's professional. Yes, absolutely. That makes sense. Don't worry about it. Yeah, we're good. So interim head coach / leadoff hitter, right fielder Nicky Winterstein. He does it all, and we are so glad to have him back here with the Sasquatch this year. So thank you so much, Nicky.
I'd like to add that to my LinkedIn bio.
All 3?
Interim manager. I got to talk to Eric about that and see how he feels being a reference and having my work experience be
that makes sense.
Interim team manager.
Yeah, you'll be fine. So. Yeah, absolutely. And you're Mr. Sasquatch. You won the contest when you first got here.
I really got to update my profile, man.
Yeah, I mean, you have a lot to work on.
Well, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go do that. Thanks for having us. Thanks for watching. Go Squatch.
Absolutely. Thank you, Nicky. Always a pleasure to have him in the booth with us. So after the great post game between, no more, as he's trying to pull his hands back into the live stream. Appreciate it, Nicky. After a 9-0 victory, taking Game 3 and winning this series against the Gym City Bison, we trudge onwards to tomorrow's matchup in a 3-game set with the Canyon County Spuds. It is going to be a great time. We hope to see you out on the 4th, the 5th, and the 6th. We have plenty of tickets still available. It's going to be a great night, as it has been the past few, as we are looking into our 2nd series to end this 6-game homestand. But until then, just remember it is a 6:35 first pitch tonight with Cam Hoyland on the mound. You do not want to miss it. I am Win Andrews, your voice of the Squatch, and as we are headed out of the stadium now, just want to let you know, have a great 4th of July. I'm glad to be here with you on the call tomorrow night for it. We hope you are celebrating it with your family and having a great weekend so far. Outside of that, I'm Win Andrews logging off tonight here at Black Hills Energy Stadium, and I'm the voice of the Squatch. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great night.